What's good? It's Unconventional AF with Jaleel Wavy back with a new episode. A day late and a whole lot of dollars short, but here I am. Not much of an introduction today. Let's just go ahead and get into the topics. Starting with Michael. In my opinion, it was a fantastic movie. Now, I went into this movie with somewhat of low expectations because, one, Michael Jackson has lived like 3 different lives in one lifetime, and it was a movie. I saw the duration of it. It was 2 hours and 10 seconds long. The family was a part of the production. So I already knew they can't fit everything in there, and they're not going to talk about the stuff or the controversy stuff that people wanted to see, even though they did say they put it in there, but then they took it out due to legal purposes. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I thought Jafar Jackson did an amazing job. Coleman Domingo did a great job. I know there's been a lot of negative stuff being said about Nia Long playing Catherine Jackson. I personally liked her as Catherine. That's just me. But I enjoyed the movie for what it was. And if you've seen the movie by now, or if you're on the internet, you know that there will most likely be a part 2. At the end of it, it says his story continues. It stopped at like 1988 or 89 or something. I don't know exactly the year. I should have been paying a little bit more attention, but I wasn't, so it don't matter. But yeah, there's going to be a part 2. And while I was watching the movie, I was like, I'm going to get this on DVD. I'm a DVD person. I'm going to get that on DVD. I will be purchasing Michael on DVD when it drops. I know when the news came out that there was going to be a Michael movie, I immediately thought this should be like the miniseries, The Jacksons, or The Jackson American Dream. Great miniseries. I watched it all the time. When I was a kid, I would stay at home and skip all plans to watch that on TV, the whole 10 hours of it. I watch it on YouTube. It's on there if you want to find it. But I understand the family wanted to get the box office money. They wanted to get them box office dollars because they just knew that it was going to make a whole lot of money, break records, and it did exactly that. Reportedly, the budget was $200 million, and they have made about $400 million globally. So yeah, I think it might even get close to $1 billion, if not hit $1 billion. It's definitely not going to be on streaming service anytime soon, I can tell you that. And there's been a lot of chatter going around about Nia Long wanting her equal share of money. It says Nia Long is battling Lionsgate over Michael Jackson biopic pay disparity. Despite fair pay clause, Coleman Domingo allegedly earned more. I guess because she didn't show up in the movie or she didn't appear in the movie as much. But it's Nia Long, like, she been out since the 90s. Like, I feel like whatever Nia Long says she wants to get paid, I feel like they should just give it to her, especially talking about black producers and directors. Well, never mind. They don't have nothing to do with that. But yeah, it's Nia Long. Give her her money. Next, I don't even know why this is even happening. There is a new versus this week, actually, on May 7th. Rick Ross versus French Montana. I was confused when I saw this because I'm thinking, French Montana, you know, he got some bops. French Montana has some bops. He has some hits. I will give him that. I'm not going to discredit him. He has some hits. But I was like, do he even got 10 songs? Versus is 20. Does French Montana even have 10 hit singles? Now, he probably does, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. I don't listen to French Montana at all. Rick Ross, incredible rapper. I'm a fan of Rick Ross music. He has a lot of hit singles. He really knows how to put together an album. Let me tell you, Rick Ross is one of the few rappers that knows how to put together an album. The first physical copy CD I ever bought was Rick Ross Mastermind. Now you're probably thinking, how old am I? I'm 32. But I came up in the bootleg CD era, burnt CD era, and then iTunes happened. So then I was buying songs on iTunes, and then I had a 2003 Ford Focus, And the first physical CD I ever bought was Rick Ross Mastermind. Not saying that's the first album I ever listened to. I'm just saying that's the first physical CD I bought was Rick Ross Mastermind. That was a great album. So yeah, Rick Ross holds a special place in my heart. And I don't think French Montana can hang with Rick Ross in a versus battle. I would not be watching. I think the last versus battle I watched was probably maybe Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. And the last one I paid attention to was maybe Jeezy Gucci. I don't really remember. That was a COVID thing. I could care less. I think the better matchup for Rick Ross would have been T.I. or 50 Cent. I would probably go T.I. because 50 Cent and Rick Ross got a little thing. They don't like each other. But yeah, T.I. and Rick Ross would have been a great matchup for versus. Like, they got bangers on top of bangers. Like, that would have been really great. I might have paid attention to that one. Nah, I'm lying. I wouldn't have done that either. I'm lying about that too. Damn, I don't really have much to talk about. And it's only 7 minutes. And if I edit this down, it's probably going to be about 5. Oh, you know what? Real quick. I take that back. I had posted something on Threads that I was saying that Beyonce is the closest thing to Michael Jackson. And it was the people that was agreeing with me, but then there was a lot of people getting in my ass. Because when I saw Michael, I was just like, man, what was Michael's aura? Just, what was he like in that time where people was going crazy? That's something else I asked on Threads where I said, the people that grew up in the Michael Jackson era, what was it about him that made him this megastar that made people go crazy over him? And I got a lot of great responses just about him just being different. He was musically just gifted and way ahead of his time, and he was different. I grew up in the Beyonce era. Beyonce gonna forever be my GOAT. Just like LeBron James gonna be my GOAT. Drake gonna be my GOAT. Simple as that. I think just times are different as far as like music, fan interaction via social media. Like, there will never be another Michael Jackson, which is okay because we have Beyonce. And I think Beyonce is a better performer than Michael Jackson. Especially you talk about them halftime shows. But I'm going to just leave it there. Make sure you follow Jaleel Wavy and Unconventional AF on Instagram, Jaleel Wavy on TikTok. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you for listening.